Welcome back, everyone. So I'd wanted to make a video on the 2008 Ford Crown Victoria, which is this car here, and kind of what I wanted to do with it. So ever since I got it, I've been kind of on the fence on what I wanted to do to it, and it became more apparent what I needed to do to it when a buddy of mine came over and we were kind of ripping some parts off of this to put on his Crown Vic. And as we were taking parts off, and he was finding out parts from an '08 Vic apparently don't work on a 2003 or 2004 Crown Vic. We'd found some little issues here and there on why they decided to, put this out in the field and use it for parts, and I'll go over those here in a minute. And after that, I was kind of, trying to figure out, what do I want to do to this? Do I just part it out? Do I use it as my own parts car? Do I do something different? Do I put a new motor in it? Like, what do I do? So after thinking about it for a little bit, I kind of came up with a plan, and the plan is I'm going to motor swap it, and I'm not going to put another 4.6 in it. I'm going to put something different in it. Now, talking to a few people, buddies of mine, mechanics, so on and so forth, I've heard a bunch of different ideas, from dropping a 5.0 in here, dropping a 5.4 in here, even putting a 7.3 out of the new Ford trucks in here, doing different LS swaps. The list goes on. But I finally came up with, I want to put a 6.0 LS in here, and I want to try and build it up as much as I can, because the end goal with this car is I want to make it into either a drift car or a burnout car, or even a track car. Just a fun toy car, essentially. So yeah, that's the plan right now, is putting an LS in here, and then I'll go over the rest of the stuff we're going to do. But we're going to start with the LS motor swap. That's going to be a thing. I got to do some research on what you can do to it, what I can do to it, and how much it's going to cost, obviously. And then, we'll go from there. Now, moving on to the rest of the car and what it's going to need. So, right off the bat, going to need a new trunk. This trunk's been probably repainted several times. Looking at kind of markings on here, I tried to buff it and clean it the other day, and that's the results I got. So the hood itself is probably going to get swapped out with a fiberglass hood if I could find one, or we're going to repaint this one and modify it to fit the new motor, because I imagine the new motor is probably going to stick out the hood a little bit. So that's that. All the lights need replaced. I'm sure this bumper needs replaced. I'm going to try and get a CHP style push bumper for this, because of the design I want to do for this car. It's going to need a new grill. I gave the grill away to a buddy of mine, and now I'm like, well, now I want it back. So got to get a new grill. Like I said, headlights. Moving to the side over here, we're going to put different rims on. We got to go through all the suspension then, because on the other Vic I have, actually this one's actually pretty solid. The suspension's whack. We're going to put a different spotlight in here. The windshield needs replaced because it's cracked. It needs a really good cleaning, by the way. Moving to the inside now, this is where the fun parts begin. So I'm going to strip as much of this as I can. Door's going to strip out. Take all this junk out. Headliner, seats, carpet, plastic garbage. Literally anything in here that isn't needed is coming out. And reason for that is we're going to put a full roll cage in here. We're going to put racing seats in here, and we're essentially going to go full-blown race car in here. If I can figure out a fire suppression system, because this car has it, it's just trying to figure out if it works. Actually, even if they left it in, because I didn't take apart the back seat yet to see if they even left it in. They took the button out for it. So that's that. So inside here, we're ripping all of this out. And when I mean ripping it all out, we're ripping everything except what is needed to keep the windows up. That one's going to be an issue because that one's stuck down. This one can come out because I'm going to put a net in this window. But yeah, literally everything except for door handles, which I might make door handles. Yeah, they're coming out. Even the steering wheel, I might yank out, put a different steering wheel in. That's that for the inside here. Let's move to the trunk, I guess. So back here is a lot of junk kind of piling up. Same thing back here. We're going to remove literally anything that's not needed in here. I think I need a back bumper, do I? I don't know, we'll go over that in a minute here. But yeah, needs all this junk ripped out. We might even try and like, there's stuff in here we got to pull out. Moving to truck's in pretty bad shape. This side, paint's all messed up. Now the door here is off of the other Crown Vic. As you can see, it's not fully on. I needed to use the other Crown Vic for like a few days so I can get to and from work, because the Explorer decided it didn't like its water pump anymore. So I had to pull this door, the door that was on this car, slap it on the other car. And I originally had this door just laying here with the tarp over the car. And then I found out there was a cat sleeping right in the center there. My hoodie was kind of sprawled out there and the cat made a bed out of it. So then after I'm like, yeah, I don't need a cat peeing and pooping in here. So quickly just slap the door back on. I got to find the bolts. They're in the other Crown Vic. And then I got to put that door back on. And I think that's it as far as outside goes. And I did the inside. So recapping, it's going to need a full paint job. It's going to need all the lights. It's going to need front bumper maybe, grill, hood. Back bumper looked all right. Strip the interior out. Well, we'll do a sit down breakdown on this in a later video. But I think for right now, I think that's it for this video. Kind of went over everything I wanted to go over. Next video is kind of going to be labeling everything, and yeah, see everybody in the next one.